before you guys watch this video,
spoiler alert.
A lot.
Like majors.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about the whole movie.
We're gonna talk about it.
If you don't want to watch this movie, just watch this review because we're gonna say the whole thing.
All right, guys, what's up? We just got out of what was it? X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna give you some first-hand reactions and how we felt about this movie. And go.
Man.
You know what? Oh, okay. I'm gonna put this out here first. So because from right off the bat, it already sounds like we about to just slay this movie, but that's not what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because I don't think it was the most horrible thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the most horrible.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and do this without comparing it to any other movies too, because you already know the first thing. But no, it wasn't the most horrible thing I've seen. It's like
it was just like lazy writing.
Yeah, it was really lazy. That's what it was.
It looked good.
It looked good in some, but it was lazy in a lot of ways. It was
basing the circumstances of plot on the
whole plot was based off of circumstance, like how Apocalypse found his horsemen was all circumstance, like
that was so weird. How Magneto's daughter just got killed because what's going on?
Right, because when you stand there, you of course stand with the bow already pulled back.
Yeah. What was that?
This man has Hawkeye type killing strength.
Y'all have some restraints, but I hated this movie. Like I was sitting there, like I told Aunt, like it was like probably 15 minutes into the movie, I was like, I'm done with this already.
I wasn't done with it, man. I was like, okay, let's see, let's add it.
I was really trying to give it a chance because first off,
I wasn't trying to give it a chance.
I was trying to give it a chance because because we heard that it was gonna be bad before we got in there. So I was trying to I didn't know if my mind was already set in that mode or if I was seeing what I was really seeing. But
the thing that got me was when Moira was first fighting that guy that she was trailing, whatever. She chopped him in the throat, then took out his gun and just threw it away. What was the point of her taking out his gun? No reason,
a lot of
whatever.
Stuff in here too. Like he was
like,
a lot of
back to where that is. They were basing Apocalypse as a resurrection based on the sun hitting it, hitting the goddamn pyramid. Like nobody's ever left the fucking shit open, slightly, ain't no light ever leaked in there at all. Maybe for 1,000 years.
Maybe
ever.
Wait, wasn't it just being covered by that little rug?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the
rug
fuck?
and a couple wooden planks.
People had to walk in and out of that place. So
I'm guessing that part had to do with the ritual, the chant or whatever.
Man.
Yeah, I was thinking that it was the chant that I guess awoke him, but I mean even still.
The sun was the only thing magical chants. Man, there are no magical chants in this damn movie. It was circumstance and sunlight.
Yeah. I mean, because if he had followers throughout all of this time, somebody would have tried to do that before 10,000 years later, however long he had been down covered in that rubble.
I don't know. I might be jumping a little ahead, but I don't know if they said this, but I didn't know his plot was to take Xavier's body. I did not know he was trying to do that for the entire movie.
Now see, well, with that, some of it did make sense though. Or at least I was okay, I see, because when we saw stuff in the trailer, I was like, how is this gonna make sense? And they did make some of that stuff make sense, like how Xavier it wasn't. He has hair all the way through the movie, and then the end he just doesn't, and that's the last shot. And then the part where man, I just lost it.
Well, I think the plot for him trying to take Xavier's body, I think that was kind of circumstantial too.
Yeah, that was, because he didn't even know his power.
Oh, you can do that? Shit, let me get that.
It started off with him looking like he was cutting open that guy or whoever it was, and cutting him open, and he's got healing powers. Okay, so that's why he can survive all this time. So as soon as he comes back, he's like, let me get a new body. let me get a new body real quick. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said like somewhere throughout the movie that once he's about to die is when he tries to assume a new body. So I guess, yeah, it was completely circumstantial. He had no reason to need a new body. He just wanted his power.
Yeah,
True.
Even with the Xavier hair falling out thing, like that doesn't particularly make certain sense because when he took over the body in the beginning of the movie, that head was already shaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't lose the hair based on being possessed by
Yeah,
Apocalypse.
but I mean, we don't know if that would have happened because he didn't have hair.
Man,
So
they
I
shaved
get,
that. Man,
They probably shaved his head for that exact reason.
they probably should have included him losing his hair as a result.
Yeah.
Then
That
niggas
would have
would've
made a lot
known-
more sense.
Niggas would have known that's how Xavier was gonna lose his hair if they just saw somebody losing his hair on a damn
Man.
table.
Xavier
That's a-
punching.
that's a
That
stretch.
was what.
That was
Oh,
in his
yeah.
mind.
Yeah, that was.
I
in
thought-
his mind.
For-
So yeah, so it made
for
more
a
sense.
second, I thought they were about to pull. Every time he threw a punch, he was gonna throw out some cheesy one-liner.
Yeah.
Every time he was like, "Get out of my house!" Some. God. I was like, "Come on."
One thing I did like was what's it called? They referenced the Morlocks, which is a band of underground mutants that are what's
Like
it
a
called?
community.
Oppressed. Yeah, a community of mutants that are oppressed because of their looks and their exclusion of society. Them being excluded from society, and that was where they were when Psylocke and Caliban. Caliban was like a little bit more intelligent than his comic book counterpart, but like whatever. Like it was a good Easter egg, if you want to call it that. Called, of course, the Quicksilver scene. That looks.
See,
It looks straight to me.
I was like, y'all are trying to do the same thing.
yeah.
First one, and y'all took they took a song I liked, and I was like, y'all
Yeah.
didn't do anything with this. Y'all are just happy.
Because when he first got there and he moved that little piece of debris and he was like, boom. I was like, y'all are gonna do this exact thing again. And then they kind of made it jokey with the dog and the pizza and all that. I was like, come on, this. For a minute there, I was like, this doesn't fit. Like
I don't even really
Yeah,
understand how Quicksilver's power works now, like given those scenes, because sometimes he just stands in place, like he can't slow down time.
Yeah.
So when he's just standing there, how is time still
time
slow
still
around
slow
him?
down? Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of which, speaking of powers, not understanding how powers work, I didn't understand Psylocke's powers because for one sec she could chop through a car, then Beast tries and throw a cinder block at her, and she like the sword, you can see it go boom and make
it went backwards.
But she can slice right through a car like butter.
Speaking of more not understanding powers, what the fuck with that shit with Scott goddamn shooting a laser at the bathroom door, and that was the only thing he couldn't cut through in the movie. Everything else in the movie disintegrated when he took off his glasses.
That's the thing is, like, what isn't Scott's beams more concussive, like just force? So I was like, okay, with the door, I was like, that's how it's supposed to be. But then everything else was just being dissolved and destroyed and
That was
shit.
my favorite tree. How'd y'all feel about Jean
Yeah.
and Scott on? I'm gonna say every time those three, Jean, Scott, and Nightcrawler was cool.
Nightcrawler was good. I
But
like Nightcrawler.
every time those three were on screen, I hated it. I hated Jean. Her lines, that's not her fault.
I was about to say, yeah, I
I
blame
hated
some of
her
it on the
lines.
writing with damn
God.
Sophie Turner, because it's like she, first off, everybody's so used to her being like in Game of Thrones that like people, it's hard to see her out of that character for people who watch that, and then like she acted completely different from how she does in that show, but
I was okay with her. Like they took kind of a different. She was more of a bitch, I guess. Like I don't know. Like she started off kind of mean, but in the final fight, I was like, why isn't she doing anything?
that was
Like
what
even
made me
before
mad.
she went into Xavier's head, she was just kind of standing there. They
True
zoomed in on her
that.
face a lot, looking
They like,
distraught.
I
but
think they were trying to like write her in the box as Xavier. Like they completely forgot about like the telekinesis. Like
There was one point when Xavier, the hair had already fallen off, and then he was laying there and he was like, I gotta do, and I was like, What is he about to do? His wheelchair isn't anywhere near here. What is he trying to get up to
And
do?
at that point, he didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
He didn't even realize
And
he could
then-
go into his mind yet. So I really don't know what he was about to do.
And then he goes into the mine just to get beat up.
Yeah.
Just to
Like,
get
Oh, you
just
in
like-
my house now.
just like
Oh, you in my house now.
just like
Oh,
Jean
wait.
Nightcrawler and Scott being like Jean using her telekinetic powers to block the cop from seeing them when they were exploring like the blown up X mansion, and then right after that being like, yeah, let's go save them. Boom. Oh, we trapped ourselves. we trapped ourselves in this.
Making people not see them was about the only thing Jean was
Yeah.
good for throughout the until
And
the
then,
end.
she said, don't worry about that. They won't see us. I was like, oh, so you couldn't do that for when they came down the helicopter and threatened to shoot? Like, you couldn't make them not see then?
I'll give them that.
They didn't know
happened
what was
kind of
going on.
quick. Like they just came out and what's her name? Mystique
True.
tried to
Could be a
warn
shock
them, and then
surprise.
they were all knocked out. So it happened quick enough where she might, but I don't know.
I think they were trying to overplay the fact that Mystique was always in human form and she never liked to be in her her original skin. And like when she embraced it, like I felt nothing.
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
nothing.
Speaking of feeling nothing, the name is X-Men Apocalypse, and I didn't fear Apocalypse at all during
Yeah.
the movie. Like going up to the climactic scene, I was like,
There was no build up in this movie.
No.
There was no
death.
build up to anything. It's like they just went from here to here to here. Like people got new costumes and new fucking get ups.
Flight suits.
Hey, look, it's spicy.
They should have showed
you
a
have
couple
a
of dead bodies. Ooh, new
Can
suits.
anybody tell me what Apocalypse's powers were?
No, nobody can because like they
This
like
nigga had the Grand Theft Auto invulnerability cheat code. Where just no matter what they threw at him, he just could recover until.
but he wouldn't kill.
But he wasn't killing. He could
wasn't
dissolve matter, but didn't kill
Bruh,
anybody.
he punched down on Xavier. Xavier should have like splatted, but he was like, let me pull
let me just
pull
put my
it.
hand down. I guess
I'm
he
just
wanted
gonna-
to keep Xavier kind of because that was his goal.
True.
There was a certain shot when he was over Xavier, and it looked like he was raping. Yeah. How does it feel? How does it feel to be taken over your own mind? I'm raping you.
They threw a lot of just random exposition in. It's like they knew at some point. It's like at some points he was just like, okay, so far this movie is just a lot of scenes being cut together. At some point we got to give some story. And then like the next day he forgot, and then maybe a couple months later he was like, "Oh shoot, more story. They don't know what's going on. Let me write another." The dialogue was horrible. The dialogue was horrible, kind of throughout the entire.
I thought there was going to be some genuine character development when,
I thought they were gonna spend more time at the
Quicksilver was going to tell him that he was his dad.
But honestly, like I was sitting there before that part happened. Like they really not about to like make this be the reason. I would have been kind of
okay
upset.
with that.
I would have been okay with it.
Because he just lost his daughter. If his son just popped up and was like, "I'm your son," that would have
I'm
been a
your-
reason. Like shit, I got something to hold on to
Yeah, but
now.
when
here
Apocalypse
for
started
my
fucking
family
him
too.
up, you would have thought that he would have like Magneto could have came in and saved him, but that wasn't the reason.
Speaking of Magneto, I didn't understand in the beginning where he kept bouncing from English to German. Like he was talking to his wife when he first came home in German, goes upstairs, starts speaking to his daughter in English. Then he goes out to find her when she gets taken, and then he's like, the first thing he says to her is in German, and then he starts speaking in English again. I'm like, what?
Yeah, his. Okay, I'm not gonna say his motivations. Well, we don't know anybody's motivation for anything in this movie. Everything really was just circumstances. Like,
It happened.
because his family died, now he has to go.
Speaking of his family dying, I legit did not catch that his wife got impaled by the
Yeah. Oh wow! I was like,
oh damn, the daughter's dead, and then he's
oh, they're both dead.
She's dead on the ground too. Oh shit! He
what
didn't
you
even
want from
embrace her
Like
body.
even when he said my babies, I was like, did he say did he,
babies.
my babies?
Yeah.
Oh, they're both dead.
Well, dang.
they had some shots in there where like the green screen I feel like was really bad. Really bad.
So
Like,
bad
it was like you could see some of the grain and I was like, come on, this movie has too big of a budget for this. Like
When they showed the aftermath of the apocalypse thing, and there was like this one shot with the
At the
with
day.
shipping crates
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff, and I was just like, that whole thing looks so
Look like a
bad.
Lego set.
shoot the beginning little opening scene when like the whole the CG when they were giving all the opening not credits but like when the camera was going out of the pyramid and you got all these little graphics and stuff going on right before they showed XMEN that was bad.
That was weird.
That looked like
was mad.
that looked like
you're
something
talking about the time
The
travel
title.
scene?
Yeah.
The time
It was
yeah.
so anti-X-Men.
That was really weird. I was,
It was
Yeah.
I was like, okay, interesting way to do a time travel thing, but ew.
they went through all of this time, but like Apocalypse
It
was
took me
asleep
a-
for all of it. Like there was no reason to show a time lapse. Like
This man Apocalypse learned about the entire history that he missed out by connecting to an 80s TV and learning everything.
And he's like, what are you doing? Learning.
Come what he learned was like completely skewed. Like
This man learned about
Superpower.
nuclear secrets based
Yeah.
on touching a TV. He knew exactly which countries were nuclear superpowers.
what was the point of destroying all the nukes? Like, was it just
I guess to make a point.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
guess
can
so.
do
They,
I will
so
say
they couldn't arise against him.
Yeah, I
I
was
guess.
about to say,
That's what I'm
true.
guessing.
I will say that whole part though, it did kind of like it didn't make you scared of Apocalypse, I guess, but it did show his
how
powers. It was
powerful,
like
yeah.
within 5 seconds of connecting to that shit, he turned up the whole entire earth and like
that was actually his turn up in the movie.
yeah, that really was. It was like at that point I was like,
After
this
that,
man is not playing.
After that, I
Even
was
if you
upset
stood
and,
on-
and everything he
on
did.
But
top
that
of
wimpy ass
Babylon.
voice, he's actually doing a little something.
I was upset at everything he did after that. I was like, you did all of this with these nukes and these missiles, and this is what you came to do was die.
Did they explain how Nightcrawler got that Thriller jacket?
No.
Like, did he just
They
come
didn't
out of the
explain how
movie in the
anybody
mall?
got any outfit they had.
The
Except for the
costumes
flight
were-
suits.
That's it. Yeah, they got the flight suit. Except for the well, no. At the end of the movie, when Cyclops had his whole little bit, I was
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, oh,
like,
Cyclops
they just flying through this, huh?
And then what's it called? What's his name? Angel. I don't know. In the original X-Men movie, he had a backstory. He was cool, and now he's just a
He's annoying.
drunken
Yeah.
loser
Yeah.
who lost
Around
the
fighter.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
And they didn't set up any kind of revenge, but they made the fight at the end against them. Like,
Yeah.
but that was
He lost
lame
one.
as all hell.
As well.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
teleport you into a cage and
Yeah.
a bird.
And then just have him.
you leave really quickly afterwards, but not
He
when
had, a
I'm
little,
around.
he had a
Like,
little temper tantrum. He flew around and then burst through the top though. Like, okay, you couldn't do this when
Them boys hauled ass.
I do like that though. Like their mission
like
was
me.
get this nigga and
Yeah.
leave, and
Let's get
as
the
soon as they could
fuck
leave,
outta
they
here.
got him and left.
Yeah, they didn't waste no time.
And
would say.
I like the when they were in the X-wing. Well, I guess it wasn't the X-wing, but whatever. They were in the ship and they left when they were breaking in. So they teleported out, and Jean sent the thing flying into the ground, and like, that was a cool way to
Okay,
get out of
yeah,
that
yeah.
situation.
I hated how useless they made Jean Grey and Storm. Like I'm glad that at the end of the movie they did something, at least something.
Hey.
And as much as I hate, I'm not gonna say hate. As much as I hate her performances, Alexandra Shipp's performances, and everything else she's done, I really wanted to see Storm do something. Like,
yeah.
and this so little screen time for both of them. And then when they did, it was just like, okay.
Fox
That's it.
just needs to put it back in the hands of Marvel.
I was
so
really
they can
I
start
said
writing fire again.
I said at the end of the movie that was gonna be the after the
Yep.
credit scene. We're giving it back to Marvel.
I was like, Cyclops will return. Oh god.
Like I don't even want to see what they do with the Phoenix Force. Like
Yeah, like they've.
I don't even like it's gonna be dumb because it was dumb with the third movie, and I think it's just gonna be dumb again.
Yep.
So I wasn't sure, but if she used it like that in the movie, would she like have lost control though? Like she
Yeah,
seemed like
I
oddly
thought-
in control of.
Yeah, she only burned Apocalypse. There was a
Yeah.
whole lot of shit around her.
And did I miss, like, he was like, Gene, let go crazy, but was that something that they talked about?
Sorta, I guess
No,
when
well,
not really.
not in the
Like,
not in the movie.
Because
Yeah,
the
no.
dreams that she was having was about Apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
So that was the only time she was out of control of her powers.
Unless
Yeah, I was about to say that's the
foreshadow.
only time that they mentioned
It could be
anything
a
about it.
foreshadow for another movie.
And number 3 wasn't canon, right? So like,
Well, they kind of retconned it with Days of Future Past.
yeah. So like all that talk about the Phoenix Force and how like he put mental barriers in her mind in order to keep it like
Yeah, that didn't
in
happen.
check.
Yeah,
Like, that
nobody
didn't
knows that.
happen. Like,
This kind of you just gotta assume, and you only assume if you knew that from before.
and I was confused as fuck when she was in her bed and everything was fucking burning and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was like, no, is this Phoenix Force? And it was like, no, it's a prophecy dream.
Which kind of unlocked her Phoenix Force.
Did it? I don't.
Speaking of the dream though, when the dream was happening, it was like you were saying, like the graphics on the screen look really low quality.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
did they
that
get
part
this off
looked real
YouTube?
dumb.
What is
Also,
what's happening?
Bad
Freaking-
Godzilla movie.
Magneto's whole little realization that he should be good or whatever. I feel like a flashback was about the most cop-out way they could have done that. Like,
Yeah, they did that several times. I was like, why? And it was only the what's it called? It was like they didn't want to reference that much of Future Past at all. Other than Logan being in the possession of Stryker and the situation that happened in DC.
well, at least we know that. I feel like, well, is Wolverine?
They
Have they
said
already
that
said
a
that
lot,
Wolverine is coming back, and that's not his last thing? Because I
Well,
feel like.
Yeah,
they
'cause
said
were
that
like,
line.
"You won't see him-
Yep.
you won't see him again."
won't be seeing him
But then with the whole ending, the after credit scene kind of alludes to him coming back.
I feel like that might have been relating to X-23.
X-23, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
what I
I
was.
mean, all they did was show
Okay.
him his DNA.
Even
they
so,
could
I
call
feel
him.
they're gonna make that stupid too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust.
Yeah.
I don't
trust
trust
it
what they're
anymore.
gonna do anymore. It's all gonna be stupid.
And then you brought up when they were fighting the killing Apocalypse at the end. It was like
Oh,
Fantastic Four.
it was like
the ending.
Fantastic
Like, oh, we can get him now. Everybody get him.
Everybody just burn them. Everybody just burn them.
and then Beast just go in with a claw, and then he gets thrown away.
Except for he didn't end up
Wait,
a
hold on.
fucking
What
metal
was,
statue.
What did him saying? It's all been revealed. That
When he
kind
saw
of-
Phoenix
Probably
Force.
the Phoenix Force.
So he knew that was gonna happen.
Nah,
He probably, I don't know, seeing it is probably like,
all inspiring.
yeah,
It's
like,
like, oh, I guess I can die. I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Did we miss the? No, we did clearly miss the whole part where Jean Grey just learned how to do everything.
Yeah.
She started walking on fucking air like.
Yeah.
That was so predictable.
Oh, I can use my telekinesis now to lift me up.
Yeah,
as well.
Even though I haven't used telekinesis anywhere throughout the movie,
I can't.
other than to go into people's minds.
Except
Except for the books.
The books, catching the books.
Oh yeah, she caught her books.
That was when she first made her appearance, and by then I was like, no, I don't trust you. I don't know. This is
And
what's
if-
happening.
If they were gonna do it like that slow motion thing, like they should have at least pushed a somewhat of a romance between them two, and that was bone dry. And she knew things about Alex Summers' mind and what he thought about Cyclops.
Yeah.
I mean, I guessed she couldn't control her power, so she just knows a bunch of random shit about everybody that she's around.
That was
Can't she know whatever she wants to about anybody?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So
dipping and dabbing and
now that y'all, because I completely forgot she caught those books. Now that y'all say that, I'm even more upset that she didn't do anything
Yeah,
else.
like they established she has telekinesis and
Yeah.
can use it, and then she never uses it.
Yeah.
They just emphasized
Jubilee was in the movie.
Oh yeah,
And
Jubilee
they
was
kept,
in the movie.
They kept showing her
goodness.
to be like, hey, remember, Jubilee's in here.
And
Hey,
another
does she look pretty?
Did she even use her power?
no,
No.
that's the thing. Like
No.
in the other X-Men movies, just showing a clip of some students being students doing some I have powers
Yeah.
shit. No, none of the students that weren't the main characters used their powers at all.
yeah, like I thought there was gonna be a plot element in which Apocalypse started to build an army of mutants.
Yeah.
and
Some
mutants from
went
all
with
over the
them.
world who received the message to come and help him.
That message
would come.
meant nothing.
Nope.
But he used that power with Cerebro to take control of the humans just to get rid of the nuclear missiles, rather than going to the mutants and forming an army.
It's like, nah, that's too many effects, bro. I can't do all that. I can't do all that, bro. That's too many people with powers, bro. We can't do that.
And then I might be exaggerating, but the Avengers' biggest enemy is Thanos.
Okay.
And the Infinity War movie is 2 parts. X-Men's biggest, I'll say a very big enemy is Apocalypse, and they got rid of him in this movie. Like, they set him up and destroyed him in this movie. It's like,
With a rookie team.
with a rookie team. Like, these niggas ain't know what they was doing, and they beat Apocalypse.
No, they knew what they was doing. We just didn't see it. It all happened off screen.
I guess
Jean Grey learned how to
happened-
beat
it happened
Jesus. That happened
between-
off screen.
it happened between that final fight and Mystique being like, then don't. Apparently they learned everything.
Like, okay.
Okay.
You're right. I will. All right.
Even though they're going straight into training, like at the end of the movie, they already know how they're trained already. They beat Apocalypse. What they need to train for?
It's like, I got this sweet gear, bro. Like, I should know everything. I know everything.
And then the Beast, like, I don't. It was just kind of like, oh, I guess I left my meds.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's all that happened.
It's
Yeah.
just like,
They just threw that in there. Oh, I left my meds are back at the XMEN.
What was that containment field?
Oh, in the green.
what the thing that
Yeah,
limited their powers? Like, where did that come from?
Because of that, like, I mean, why was Mystique able to maintain?
Her human-looking form.
True that.
Wait. Did that field contain their powers, or
If
It did
then
in
they
the
didn't
it did
use
in
it
the plane.
Yeah, it did on the plane.
Yeah.
Because Jean couldn't hide and Nightcrawler couldn't teleport.
It also seemed like they put that in like just random spots, because after that one door that Nightcrawler couldn't teleport through, he could do it through everything else. He was like, the same force field is on this door, and then he just
everybody
does it
could
everywhere
do
else.
stuff in one scene where it really
Yeah.
mattered and could never do it again? Like, why the heck did Psylocke put her freaking sword in the pyramid and fall down, and then just let it go and drop to her fucking dude?
Yeah, when she was falling out of the jet, and then she's like, okay, I can save myself. Stabs the wall, starts falling down to like slow her momentum, then just lets go, and she knocks herself out essentially, and she's just there on the ground.
And then at the end, she's just like, oh, this is done? All right.
She forgot she could do stuff to save her life within the same scene.
When she walked away, like when they did like the moment where she
Yeah.
was looking, they had flames on the bottom of the screen. Like,
Oh,
is
yeah,
this
that's
supposed to be ominous? Is
That's right.
she gonna come back and be the big bad of the next movie? Ooh.
Oh man,
Like,
it was something.
it's like, no, you didn't even talk. No one's gonna be scared of you.
Like, I don't know. They advertised the hell out of the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
And they were just
There.
Lackluster.
the
Yeah.
first niggas that he came
Pieces-
across.
yeah.
Pieces of mutant wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this technically the 3rd movie of this reboot, sort of? Because is it like First Class, Days of Future Past, and this? Or do we want to count all of the Wolverines? Or do we just throw those to the
I don't
side?
know.
Like,
Would it be 1, 2,
But
First
I wanna-
Class,
Oh, because Brian
Future
Singer,
Past?
okay, so 1 and 2 still count.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You were talking about that joke they made about every third
I
movie?
don't-
Yeah, every third movie. I was about to say.
X-Men Oranges. I mean, Wolverine Oranges. Origins
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
isn't
Wolverine Oranges.
included because I guess the whole Weapon X thing's a whole
Okay,
different
yeah.
thing.
Mhm. I don't know what they doing.
Yeah, like I don't.
I never knew what they doing, but they made good movies, but I never have known what they were doing.
only reference what they can think of in the immediate vicinity of whatever. Like,
It's like the basics of
Like-
X-Men.
that's why I want Marvel to just put a hand on it. Just put a hand on it and clear all the references. Clear all the logic, all the characters, help
Stanley
these,
just
help
sitting
these
through all
boys
of
out,
these
Marvel.
movies. He just making his cameo appearances, just looking like, It's the end of my shit. He's just looking up at that in that one scene like they killing it.
But you can honestly tell that these movies are a reboot. Like, even if you don't pay attention, you can be like, okay, they're going somewhere with this, I guess.
They're trying to go somewhere.
Like, you can see where they're going. It's just how they're going about it that's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm reneging. I know I said at the beginning that like it wasn't completely horrible. I can't even do it anymore. It's like I hadn't gotten all my opinions out to really realize like what I just saw. Like
Yeah, but like, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours in, because I checked my phone at 2 hours I saw. But I'd say about an hour and a half in, I was just exasperated. I felt like I was being drained.
Yeah,
I was
Like, you were forcing yourself to pay attention.
yeah, I wasted money.
Like after a while, I was really hoping like they would come in with some good action scenes or something just to save like all the mess that we've been sitting through. And the fight scenes was so mediocre. Like
no
choreography, just like punch. I'm back into a wall.
Wolverine scene was the most exciting scene.
Yeah, and even that.
Sorta, but nobody stood a chance against him. So
And
Thank you for saying
They
that.
rely on Wolverine to make
because
things exciting.
by the time Wolverine had come into the movie, I was already done with it. So I was like, okay, this is cool, but I mean, the rest of this sucked, so I don't care anymore.
They could have played on
Honest-
Nightcrawler's acrobatics more. They could have played on Storm's tenacity more. A lot of shit could have been played on more than was.
yeah,
Every time the Beast jumped, I was like, "You're on a wire."
Every time Magneto was in the air, it's like you're on like the swings that have that
The harness.
the harness swings that babies put their legs in. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
All right. And Michael Fassbender, go ahead, balance. And action. Oh, God.
It's a small thing. It kind of pissed me off for some reason. I don't know why. When Jean was unlocking Wolverine's cage, and they showed her doing the telekinesis, she was just kind of standing there with her hand, she just was holding her hand there. There was no movement, there was no nothing. She was just,
she could at least like shook it some,
yeah, like it was just,
played with the kitty a little bit.
Oh, speaking of which, that orgasmic sound that Apocalypse made when he first came in, he's like, oh, the power.
Storm
What's
did
it
that
called?
too.
The scene where Magneto went back to the factory. And he had that whole ass epic dialogue, monologue, where he was just about to fucking slay these people who some of them deserved it, and just to have it all just pull the rug like. No,
I was like, okay, to him at this point, he just wanted them dead, so whatever. But to us, like, no, we wanted to see that shit. Like,
I don't remember the exact line he said, but it was something to the extent of like, "You're not gonna stop me from killing these people." I was like,
That's exactly what he said.
the lines were just,
it's like these guys are right here. Like, it's like you're not gonna stop me. It's like, these boys don't even want to run.
and then I don't understand at that same part when Apocalypse killed them. They were twitching.
and they were still moving.
I was like, what did he do?
he really didn't kill anybody
Like
this
he
movie,
pulled them
except for
down
them first
to the
3
ground.
people.
Okay.
Around, yeah.
The only people he killed was the people he beheaded with the sand, and that's the only people he would undeniably killed. That we saw. I mean, I'm sure people died within all of his creation of.
When Magneto did the thing with the locket, I was like, this is from Guardians of the Galaxy. When it was going through everybody.
Yeah.
I was like,
Nobody stood a chance in this movie until they stood a chance randomly, and then it was over.
yeah. Who knew the key was just Jean Grey? That's it.
Hey, Jean.
Phoenix Force.
Handle that.
And then Storm coming
What the fuck are you doing, Jean? Do I need to tell you? Handle that. Oh,
Jean.
okay.
Even though this
Fire.
does not make me excited to see anything else X-Men, when they do, I really hope Jean and Storm do something.
The next
like
movie
do
is
something.
gonna be all Jean Grey and Scott, right? That's all it's gonna be.
One thing I was kind of confused about, like when Professor X went into the mental battle against Apocalypse, this man had the whole ass lay on the ground and fucking go to sleep. And while Apocalypse was able to both whoop his ass and move around, and Jean Grey was also able to do this. Like,
I guess,
what?
I mean, Jean Grey and Apocalypse are stronger than Professor X.
Maybe they're like,
sorta.
Well,
Professor X can't walk.
I mean, but Apocalypse only is able to like block it.
Yeah,
Like,
But I mean, yeah.
he doesn't
needed.
He needed Professor X,
X's
though, yeah.
telepathic ability, so it's not like
Yeah,
he's trained
like-
in telepathic.
I mean, I guess he doesn't have to be trained in anything. He's Apocalypse.
Can do whatever the fuck he wants when
Yeah.
the movie needs him to.
Except
My
live.
son.
He'll be dead now. He can't do nothing.
They showed he had a healing factor. Wolverine can respond from a drop of blood, technically, so shit, he can come back whenever he wants.
We don't want to see him again, so it don't matter. He's not coming back.
Yeah, that wasn't ugly Apocalypse too. He was
What was
real
the
ugly.
villain off of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Which one? Lord
Lord
Zed?
Zed.
Bro, that's
The muscle showing and everything
Yeah.
underneath.
No,
Or you
the
talking about
one
from the
for
movie?
Captain
Ivan Ooze.
Ivan Ooze. That's what he looked like
Ivan,
for a
yeah.
long time to me. I was just
Oh
like,
yeah. There were times when Nightcrawler's blue makeup was
In his
brushing
mouth.
off on his teeth. I was like,
I thought that was.
I thought that was
did
a
not
fine
see that.
Yeah, I thought that was what they were trying to do.
there were times when it was white. I was like, okay,
yeah.
so
Okay,
I
yeah.
did not see that.
I saw that.
is
It was
hilarious.
bothering me because like normally his teeth are yellow. Y'all
I
gave
was
this
like,
man
okay,
blue
sure,
teeth.
go ahead. Okay.
Oh man,
Hey.
kind of lollipops he been though.
At least he was a good actor.
They did play-
I like
Yeah.
I like the
They
Nightcrawler.
played up his character very well.
I like. Yeah.
I
see
mean,
that.
he did a good job.
Kurt.
They didn't give him really too much anything. They didn't give anybody any character development.
Yeah.
Something
like,
about the movie,
that's not for this movie.
even all the jokes felt flat.
Yeah.
Like,
I like the I'm Blue a little bit.
Which one?
I'm Blue when he just came in when Hank and what's it called was talking. I was like, okay, that fits.
okay.
That fits.
and then even I don't know, even Magneto, like, who the fuck are you? Like, I was
Yeah.
like,
But
that
people
was
were
weird,
laughing
but
in
that
that.
came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, y'all dropping an F-bomb?
This man was about to emotionally
Yeah.
break down and kill
He
everybody.
just
It
snapped
didn't
out.
just,
Yeah.
who the fuck are you?
And Magneto was a dramatic character, so I feel like he had all of this planned out before he went in there. And then he's like, man, you done messed up my damn screen time with these people.
Yeah, he was like, I had my script. Y'all came in.
We're in the script.
Bro, this is my moment, bro. This is my moment, bro.
I would have been mad about not being able to kill the people. Like, that's what I came for. That's what I walked over here for. Just do this.
I whole ass walked over.
He walked all the way over there.
Yeah.
They should have
Man got
made
some
Magneto
exercise.
fight Apocalypse. Like, that would have been lit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wasn't none of them fights lit, man.
All I'm good now, I'm gonna come help y'all. All he did was throw metal that was not having any effect.
X.
Freaking X pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was like, really? That's.
And then it was like the delay between the first and the second one. It was like,
Yeah.
If he could do that,
Did it, you guys?
like Apocalypse at that point had no clue that Magneto was going to betray him. So he could have killed him right there.
Yeah. But he's.
I feel like he could have did something. He could have attacked him. Why would he?
It could have been a surprise attack instead of I'm announcing that I'm on their side now.
Yeah.
He could have killed Mystique when he had her in his hands.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Like
I really thought
he-
I thought she was gonna die. Well, I didn't think she was
Like,
gonna
I
die
heard-
because it's Mystique.
I thought I heard some like crushing sounds. Like
Well, I thought she was gonna die until I found out it was Mystique. Then I was
Yeah.
like, they're not gonna kill
I was like, are they about to make Olivia Munn's head explode?
Yeah.
Like I was
I like her
realizing
head was like,
because when the whole switch up with Psylocke and Mystique, I was kind of surprised when that happened, and I was sitting there thinking about why was I surprised when I know Mystique's in the movie, and I was like, she didn't transform nearly as often as she did in any
She
other.
did the
like,
little hand thing in the beginning. but-
yeah, like she
Yeah.
transformed like 2 or 3 times.
That's
And
true.
It was either
yeah.
her blue self or her human self, but she didn't turn into other people that much.
I know this is off topic, but I realized like how nice of a body Jennifer Lawrence has in this movie. I've never really realized that until watched this movie tonight. I was like, okay.
I'm not sure if it was a suit, but it looked like when she was laying on the ground and it was shot from behind, it looked like I saw a zipper on the back.
Yeah.
Like I was like, is that a zipper? It's going down to a brown dot. Is that a poop stain too? That was a joke. I did like the white, the inclusion of the white in her suit at the end.
Yeah.
It did remind me of the the show when she had the white suit or something. Was it X-Men Evolution?
Was it? No, I think it was X-Men. The one with the
90s one, yeah, she had the white.
That was cool.
So,
It's weird. This movie had heavy CGI, but they didn't show like the full scope of any powers.
Yeah.
Like Storm can control the weather.
her lightning bolts were so
Let's
All
just
she
use
did
lightning.
was lightning
Let's
and
just
like
use
a
lightning.
dust storm.
Yeah,
at the
she did.
beginning.
She threw some freaking wind and flipped the car. Like,
Shoot, the
you
people
can
in
control the weather. What you need a car for?
his original 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, they were cool in the beginning.
Yeah.
they were
like
hella cool.
yeah, like the
He
whatever
took time
force.
trying to find them.
Yeah,
Took time.
yeah.
These second 4, they were a rip off.
Like, you got wings? Okay, come on.
And one of them was broken. Like,
Oh yeah, when he first got his metal wings, he was like, "Oh,
God.
I bet I can shoot these feathers."
Yeah,
How do you know he can shoot the
started
feathers?
shooting.
How do you know he just? Okay, whoopsie. Okay.
And with Angel, when he was fighting Nightcrawler at the beginning, he fucked up his wings, but he was still flying, kind of.
Yeah, it was
like
like
I didn't understand that he was,
It was a-
messed up to the point where
Right.
he had to go hide and get drunk
And get
be
drunk.
depressed, and they came and saved him from a
Yeah.
dry ass life. I just thought he was hurt a little
There
bit.
was no character development, so how would we have known that? We just came in on him drinking, and we were like, "Oh, he's sad. All right,
Then
cool."
he became a puppet. A horrible puppet. But if you notice, he was like Apocalypse's extremely right-hand man. He was the only one that had a statue.
He did have a statue. I was like, why does he have a statue?
I saw the statue. I was thinking, did I just miss the scene where everybody
I
else
think
got
I
a
saw
statue?
I think Magneto's was on the left, but it was like smaller since the angle was from the right.
Oh,
Okay.
I was about to say, God, why him? That was the only one I saw.
Horrible child acting too, by the way. His daughter, I hated her child acting.
Papa,
Her act. Papa.
are they gonna take you too?
That was stupid too. Like that scene was not emotional, really.
What? Yeah.
Not. I mean, it had some emotion, but it was just like, why would he say, "Go back with your mom"? Like he knows this could be the last time. He don't know what these people are gonna do to him, and he just like sends his daughter off. Like why not like hold her for a second or something? I don't know. He just like, okay, go with your mom.
Oh yeah.
He pitted her on
Weren't they being attacked by those birds? So
Yeah.
he's even while being attacked by the birds, that guy still had the bow and arrow just ready and aiming. Apparently, just get out of my face.
Why was it a bow and arrow?
because they didn't want
The
to have
the
metal.
man's
Is the
face when he let because they couldn't have bullets.
Yeah.
I guess in the 80s. I don't know.
At first, I didn't realize if how they knew he had powers, like metal related powers. But then they showed that little article of him being like, "Are you Magneto or whatever?" So I guess they knew not to bring metal. Yeah, why bow and arrow? I don't know.
Yeah.
Gotta bring up bow and arrow.
But this man's his face when he let go of
was so blank.
that.
Oh yeah.
He was like, what? Like what?
Oh, damn.
You know, the
Well,
Well, just killed somebody.
and none of them really cared
just killed
except
the
for
family
one
of one of the strongest mutants.
Double
well.
kill.
You want to give a score?
Well, I hated it.
Oh,
Well,
a score? Oh no, I will
okay.
stick with that.
I'll
I
give
hate-
it an
I hate-
honest.
I'll give it. On like a I don't know. It's like Fantastic Four,
Ooh.
like two slivers
I was
like
gonna say,
above
at least two.
Fantastic Four.
Okay, how about
Okay.
in relation to
That-
the other X-Men movies at least?
Ooh,
No,
better than three.
Better than 30.
Better than three.
But not better than 1 or 2.
no, not better than anything else except 3.
I have to go back and watch those because I'm not too familiar with those.
Yeah,
There was
Future
so
Past
much
is
more action in 1.
Future Past is still the best,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Yeah, that and First Class are like kind of like right there for me.
I have
Okay,
a hard time
okay.
remembering.
Which is why I came in with like a little bit of hope, even though I heard it was bad first, because I was like, the last, going off of this timeline that we don't understand but exists right now,
Yeah.
they could make something good, but
They could have.
yeah.
They they had a do-over and they fucked up the do-over.
Yeah.
Just give it back to Marvel.
Just give it to Marvel.
I feel like that's how we're gonna come out of any Marvel title that isn't owned
Yeah.
by Marvel. Just give it back.
Just give it back. Just give it back.
Or do like a Spider-Man situation or something.
That should be our. That should be one of our new catchphrases.
Just give it back.
Just give it back.
Ant was saying the whole time, #we'll see.
Yeah, for
Hashtag
every
we'll see.
trailer I saw, almost Assassin's Creed came on. #we'll see.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed
Suicide Squad. #we'll see. They have comics. They have so much stuff for y'all to take these plots from, and they just don't. Like y'all don't even have to take the exact plot. You can't fit a whole, a bunch of comics in a bunch of stories from comics and fit it into one movie. We understand that, but like paraphrase to a decent
Like they
level.
could at least like look them up, because it's like there's something about the Phoenix Force. Okay, let's it's fire. Okay, let's put it in there.
They don't want to do all of the research. They want to do like a little bit just to get the gist.
to get the people into the theaters to do exactly what we did, waste money.
Like they don't want to weave it.
Yeah.
They don't want to weave everything together. They just want to like crudely stitch.
Word. That's what they did with Nightcrawler. They were like, oh yeah, he's German, but they don't tell who his parents are.
Who better to fight an angel than the devil?
And it's like, oh, it's Nightcrawler and he's German. But they know who's his mom, or he's fighting with the woman that's supposed to.
I thought they were gonna reveal that, but I guess
do
not.
that.
And his dad is dead. He died on the beach in Cuba, but it's okay.
All right, guys. So like and subscribe, all that stuff. Let us know what you thought about this review. If you've seen the movie, let us know what you thought about the movie. You might disagree with us. You might have loved the movie. We want to hear why. We might disagree, but we want to hear why.
My ass, we disagree. If you like this movie, you better have some goddamn bullet points, like for the gods.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, all that stuff, and check out some other videos on the channel.